movies for Black girl nerds.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thank you for your
Hi.
time.
Hi,
Very
Jeandra.
beautiful film. I enjoyed it so much.
Thank you.
Beginning with you, Isaac, when
Mhm.
films are portray people of specific ethnicities, it can be polarizing for some audience to make sure that the storyteller gets it exactly right or as close to what they consider right to be. What were your biggest priorities in storytelling, creating the arc of what these characters go through? What did you make sure you want to nail?
Um, when I'm writing, especially with this story, I was thinking a lot about who's the audience, right? I thought a lot about my daughter, and I thought a lot about people who might be watching this years from now, so not in this present moment. And for me, that was important because I didn't want to add to just this more polarized discourse that we're in, but really speak to what it means to just be human being. And I kind of feel like what we're going through now and the way that we see each other, these frictions, they're going to have to resolve themselves in some way. And um, my naive hope is that people might start to see each other in a clear, more human way, and that's kind of what I was hoping to write into.
Yeah, it came across very clear. It's really a human story, a family who's trying to make it,
Thank you so
trying to
much.
rebuild and create a new thing. They just happen to be Korean, which was cool too. And all these people make up the fabric of our country. Everyone who comes here contributes to it in a certain way.
Oh
Mm.
With
yes.
your character Stephen Jacob, he is a strong father and he's stern, but he still has these tenderness and this real genuine care, caring for his family. What do you think his best attributes were?
I think his best attributes are that in the end, he will do anything for his family. That he really does want the best for his family. He just doesn't really know how to communicate that. And I think he doesn't even know necessarily how to uh, use love as a verb in some ways. I think he's very mired in the idea that his duty and his role is the way that he shows love. And I think he comes to maybe hopefully understand over the course of his journey that, the way in which he might be able to show love a bit more clearly is sharing in the experience together.
Alan, I enjoyed you as well. You did such a good job. You had a really important part too, because you moved the story along in a lot of ways. When you grow up, what will you tell your kids about this movie and being a star in this film? What do you think you would tell them about it?
Um, I'd probably tell them, you better watch this.
See, that's brilliant. It's real Al Bundy Pol Kai. They have to watch.
That's perfect.
Isaac, what I watched some other video with you with Ethan. You guys talked about how the film what came together was a collection of memories. You just sat down and started jotting things down, and
Mm.
ultimately you saw a pattern and how that took shape. Which of those ideas didn't make it into the film?
There. I guess there were quite a lot that didn't go in, and like I went further into who Paul is and who some of these side characters are, and I was kind of wanting to flesh those things out. But as I was working on the script, I realized I have to focus on this particular family and keep the story driven through them and their eyes. And by doing that, it helped the narrative, like it helped the actual storytelling of it quite a lot.
Stephen, with you and Yeti, there was so many beautiful, tender moments that really drew us in, and we got to see the workings of a family who have to come together for the greater good, who might be on opposite sides of the approach to it. What type of conversations did you have amongst yourselves in terms of the chemistry between the two of you and what you wanted to convey on screen?
Um, Thanks for that. I think that it's a huge testament, and I want to say how incredible Yeti is. I was so lucky to have her as a scene partner and as Monica to my Jacob. It only enhanced my performance because she was just so honest and real and truthful always. And we had a lot of conversations about Jacob and Monica, and in some ways, the ways that we wouldn't even necessarily disagree, but show each other the differences of perspective. Those helped to really build this really nice balance between the two of them, of being able to show both of their perspectives too. And I think both are so well-meaning and both want what's best for each other. Oftentimes they just miss each other and aren't able to communicate that thing. And so, I think, I have one thing that happened when we were shooting, and I don't know if it's spoiler, but you've already seen it, but I'll just put it out there. But when Jacob and the family lose everything, for me as an actor, I was like, oh, okay, this is the moment where Jacob's gonna just like lose it, and this is gonna be the part where he just like really just breaks down. And the first couple takes, I tried to force emotion, and I just couldn't get there, and I was so stymied. And I was wondering, I was like, well, why can't I get to this emotional space? Like this is the time. And third take, I just kind of let go, and I just looked at it catatonically, and then I look over to the right, and what I had failed to notice in the prior takes is Yeti just sobbing for 3 takes straight, nonstop. And it really opened my eyes, and I think Jacob, the character's eyes in that moment, to understanding how much the mother, the wife, the matriarch of a family is upholding all the pillars of that family too. And so it was really profound to watch how honest she is and was in all circumstances. So super lucky to have worked with her.
She was wonderful. I sobbed too. Thank you so much, gentlemen. That was great.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.